Hello everybody to this new series called What If Yuji Had a Curse Technique? This is the first part of this series. I do have another series on my channel called What If Yuji Was a Saiyan. It currently has two parts, and I plan on making one more series, and we're gonna be going back and forth through these three. Also, by the way, if you guys like my content and want to be a part of the community, I do have a Discord server down below in the description. So please go ahead and take a look at that. And without further ado, let's get straight into the video. No more yapping. The building shakes from the aftermath of a battle. Broken concrete, bent steel doors, the air thick with cursed energy. Yuji Itadori stands alone inside the hallway. His breath is ragged. Blood drips down his forehead. Further down the hall stands the special grade curse, twisted and grinning. Moments earlier, Megami, grab Nobara and run! And then we go back to the present. Yuji clenches his fist. Good. I'm glad they made it out. The curse slowly tilts its head, and then it vanishes in a blur. Yuji's eyes widen. Bam! The curse slams him into the side, launching Yuji straight through a steel door. Yuji rolls across the floor and springs up instantly. He charges. Yuji throws a ferocious right hook, but then the curse smiles. It catches his fist mid-punch. Crack! The Yugi twists his Yuji arm violently, completely breaking it in two places. Yuji grits his teeth before he can even react. The curse grabs his face and slams him to the steel floor. Bang! Again. Bang! Again. Bang! Yuji's vision blurs as the curse repeatedly smashes his face into the ground, until finally, it stops. Yuji lies there, barely conscious. Inside of his mind, deep inside of his mind, there is a darkness. But inside of that darkness, there is a throne. Lies there Sukuna, king of curses, sitting idly, grinning. Hey, brat, lend me your body, or else you're gonna die. Yuji hesitates. Blood drips down from his mouth. He then shakes his head. No, I won't let you take control. He slowly pushes himself up. I'd rather die here fighting, buying time for Megami and Nobara, than ever let you take over my body and do who knows what. Sukuna then scoffs. You stubborn idiot. Back in reality, Yuji stands on his shaking legs, one arm hanging uselessly as it sways side to side. I have to hit him. Now. Yuji looks at his remaining working hand, as he then looks at the curse, not even paying attention to Yuji Itadori, almost celebrating in a way that it's won, swaying side to side, almost dancing in a way, in a childish manner. Yuji clenches his remaining working hand, as curse energy surges violently through it, but this time, it's more focused, more concise. If I fail here, images flash in his mind. Megami, Nobara, all the useless sorcerers and civilians outside. If I die here, they'll die. Yuji suddenly bursts forward, faster than ever before. The cursed den grins, as Yuji throws everything he has to this one punch. The curse prepares to take it like it has done so numerous times. Then, reality warps around Yuji's fist. The cursed wicked grin immediately fades as space bends as a black distortion forms. Yuji punch lands as black sparks erupt. Yuji has just landed his first black flash. The curses blast backwards into a wall as dust fills the hallway. Yuji stands there, stunned. Did did I do that? But then something inside of him awakens. A strange awareness, a new instinct. Yuji suddenly understands. The curse bursts from the rubble. Enraged, it rushes Yuji. But then Yuji leaps forward. He launched a dropkick straight into the curse's chest. The curse barely moved, then suddenly, it feels something strike its very soul. The curse recoils violently as Yuji lands and raises his hand. He reaches forward, then pulls. The curse's soul jerks forward, dragging its body towards Yuji. As Yuji steps in, a left hook to the face, right punch to the ribs, an elbow strike, an axe kick to the head. Each strike lands harder than the last. As Yuji fights, his twisted arm slowly straightens. The damage transfers. Meanwhile, the curse's arm bends grotesquely, mirroring Yuji's previous state. The curse roars as it launches forward at blinding speed, aiming a flying kick directly at Yuji's head. Yuji calmly leans sideways. The kick barely missed. Your moves are predictable. As Yuji sidesteps another punch, and another. I can feel the malice in the very essence of your soul. The curse snarls. It slams both hands to the ground in frustration. A massive wave of curse energy erupts down the hallway as the blast consumes Yuji completely. Smoke fills the area. The curse stands there breathing heavily. Then, thud. Yuji's foot slams into his ribs from behind as Yuji stands behind it. The curse barely turns back as crack. Yuji's right hook explodes into his face. Another black flash. The curse is staggered. Yuji spins. A heavy left kick crashes into his side. Black flash. The curse collapses to one knee as Yuji stands above it, breathing heavily. He then pulls his arms back. Curse energy gathered in his fists. But something else gathers too. Pain. Yuji senses the suffering and pain from everyone who died here. The fear, the agony, as the curse feels it as well. The curse's soul trembles as Yuji steps forward. This is for them. As Yuji throws a punch, the hallway explodes with black lightning. Black flash. Yuji has landed his fourth black flash, officially tying him for the most black flashes recorded in history. The curse is struck with every ounce of pain it inflicted onto anyone. Its body shattered apart in a violent surge of curse energy. Then, silence. Yuji stands there swaying, and then collapses, smiling. Megumi cautiously returns. He senses powerful curse energy from earlier, but now, nothing. He looks around, fear creeping into his chest. Yuji? No answer. Megumi lowers his head, believing Yuji died saving them. As he walks away, slowly opens his eyes, as Gojo Satoru sits nearby, smiling. Hey there! Finally awake from your nap? Yuji then sits up. Did I kill the curse? As he looks at his hands. Did I do it? As Gojo then says, not only did you kill a kid, you completely annihilated it. And without Sukuna's help either. Yuji looks almost shocked in a way as Gojo leans forward. So, you gotta tell me, what exactly did you do? Gojo's blue eyes piercing into Yuji's soul, as Yuji then begins to explain as he scratches his head. Well, from what I can tell, it has something to do with redistributing souls? Well, not the soul, but redistributing the pain that is inflicted upon the soul. As Gojo leans forward, a little bit confused, but still listening intently. So like, if I get injured per se, if I keep hitting someone, or if I touch somebody, I can redistribute the pain onto them, per se. And also, with the curse technique, I can move things by manipulating their soul, or teleport based on their soul. As Gojo stares at him, genuinely impressed. Whoa, that's a pretty insane curse technique. Not everybody can get something that strong. As Yuji then smiles. With this, my goal might actually be possible now. Inside of Yuji's mind, deep inside of Yuji's mind, Sukuna grins wider than ever before. Yuji trains with Gojo, as he learns pretty fast. Not just because he's talented, but because he can see the soul. He sees how Gojo uses curse energy. He sees how he controls it. He sees how he does it from the very essence of his soul, and then he copies it. This would greatly improve Yuji's curse energy control, way more than in canon. We then skip to where Jogo and Gojo are fighting. I hate that Jogo is named the same after Sukuna, but that's a sidetrack. Just like in canon, Gojo brings Yuji, as Yuji watches carefully. Jogo activates his domain expansion, as Gojo blocks it with a simple domain. Yuji studies intently the very essence of both of their souls, as Gojo eventually activates his own domain expansion, Infinite Void, completely overtaking Jogo's, as Jogo is overwhelmed by a barrage of knowledge, not even being able to move as Gojo slowly rips off his head. As Gojo was gonna go for the kill, suddenly a blossom of flowers appear below them, completely making Gojo lose his intent to kill, as Hanmi appears and instantly swoops up Gojo, taking him away. Gojo then only laughs as he looks down at Yuji. So, learn anything useful? As Yuji then immediately nods. Domain inspections are pretty complex, but I think I figured out that simple domain thing. As Gojo raises an eyebrow, impressed. We skip to later as Gojo introduces Yuji to Nanami Kento. Yuji greets him as Nanami remains serious and professional. Soon, the two of them begin investigating an abandoned house. They step inside as the darkness inside feels wrong, as they see something horrific. Yuji's eyes widen as Nanami stops walking. Both of them stare in shock. Hopefully you guys like this part of the what if. Well, hopefully you guys like this what if. One more series should be coming out. Is if you made it to the end, I guess I'll go ahead and spoil it. Is what if Yuji has a Pokemon technique? Um, I it's kind of clickbait because it's not really gonna be Pokemon per se, but it is Pokemon adjacent. So I think the title still fits. So it won't be completely clickbait per se. But I'm trying to stretch this out to 14 minutes. So you made it to the end already. So yeah, definitely go check out the Discord. Comment below what if ideas, even though I can't get to it right now. I'll definitely keep them in the back of my mind, maybe write scripts for them if I think they're good enough, and just have it planned out, you know? So, um, mm, 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 yeah. Part three of What If Yuji Was a Saiyan is probably gonna come out like a lot later. If I were to guess, maybe around Thursday. But that is literally just a guess. I would have no clue when part three of that video is gonna come out. Um, and then part two of this video, I have to make it, but this story is probably gonna be a lot shorter than the other two, just because it starts off at the detention center. So yeah, hopefully you guys have a great rest of y'all day and see you, okay?